Okay, hello everybody. It is apparently Mother's Day. I'm gonna get into the topic about that in a few minutes. First, I want to start off with saying that I am officially my name officially has been changed. I did the court dates and everything like that on Monday of this week. Yeah, this week. And everything went great. It was really nice. The judge was really cool, and that also addresses the simple fact that my gender marker is going to be changed too, which is just another really great thing that's going to be making my life a little bit more simple on my half. Now, of course, I think I went through it last time. Um, I did get my first letter for the surgery. That's actually really good news there. I'm going to be working towards my second one soon. And pretty much, yeah, my name's changed. It's changed. I am now Stacy Marie um, Sammons. And in 10 days, I'll be able to change everything on the actual, hard copy documents and everything like that because, of course, it takes 10 days for it to go through the computers and everything like that, so I can actually get it there. Sorry about my voice a little bit. I just got over a head cold, and my voice is a little bit groggy and all that, so I can't really help that. Um, right. So the main things I wanted to go into today are, of course, being that it's Mother's Day, and in my specific situation, it's a little bit. I hate this day. Because it's a day that reminds me of what I actually am. If you've watched my earlier videos, you'd know I am an intersex trans woman. When you are born intersex, the one thing that you can't do for a lot of us is have a kid. Either way. I mean, there was talk once upon a time that I might have been able to find a doctor that might have been able to help out my situation, but every last one of them said no. So there's nothing I can do there. Um, but yeah, pretty much meaning that I was born without the ability to have children at all, ever. Yay. That's the reason why I kind of hate Mother's Day because, I mean, since growing up, that's like kind of something that I always wanted to do. That was like my big dream and everything like that, you know. The stupid girl dream where you dream about having a nice house, maybe a family pet, and a couple kids, and a nice husband, things like that. That was like, that was great. That was an amazing idea. And I mean, I can still do that, yes, an adoption and things like that, but I'll never actually be able to have a kid. That's kind of depressing for me a little bit. I know you can't tell because I am one of those people who don't really put in my emotions to things that much. But yeah, um, born intersex, can't have kids, never, probably never will be able to unless some crazy science thing comes along and makes it possible for people like me or trans women and things like that to actually have kids. It would be really nice if that actually happened, but there's, at least in my lifetime, it's not too hopeful, especially with all the BS that's going on right now. Being that we have in the United States a president who and a vice president who hates trans people for no apparent reason at all. And the fact that so many people don't even want to acknowledge that we exist or that somebody like me is actually born every year and ignored, treated really badly, and then has to grow up in a very socially awkward position for the rest of their life. I mean, none of that matters, right? I mean, science shows that we exist, everything like that. One in like a I don't even remember what my son is. It's like one in like a thousand or 2,000 people are born intersex every year. So I mean, I'm rare, but I'm not something that's doesn't exist. And the simple fact that they make all these laws to make my life like miserable is just it's wrong. But we have to deal with that. If you live in the United States, then you know we have to deal with these stupid things right now. We have a horrible president, we have a horrible everything. But either way I look at it, like I was saying, it's Mother's Day. I get really depressed on this day. I mean, of course, because I'm not going to be a mother in the sense of actually being able to give birth to a mother. I mean, that's, yeah. I understand that a lot of cis women go through this as well, and I mean, a lot of trans women actually do as well. I mean, it's not, it's normal, I guess. It's just, it's a depressing day. I'm pretty sure some of you that watch will kind of understand my, position there. But, once again, my throat's like destroyed right now. I'm sorry about that. Hmm. Okay. So, but yeah, just update on the whole entire thing. Pretty much, I got my name legally changed. Um, when I stood in front of the judge, it was actually really it felt really good. He pretty much was like, after he did all the legal things and I had to go through all the legal stuff and everything like that and get everything done, he was pretty much like, okay, Miss Stacy, congratulations. You are now Stacy Marie Salmons, and I hope you have a really lovely day. And of course, with me and my giddiness, I was jumping up and down, like smiling and everything like that. It felt really good. It's something that I've been working towards forever, and I just really wanted it to happen, and I'm so glad that it did. But, yeah, no, everything's like going great now. Got that first letter. I'm moving towards the end. It'll be nice once I get there because I'm totally tired of dealing with all this. I mean, it's been a long journey. I mean, nothing you can say there. I'm pretty sure just the same. A lot of you that are watching probably know exactly what I mean. Being trans is a long journey. It's not something that's easy. You don't just wake up and say, oh, I'm trans. No, there's a lot of like things you got to do and work through and figure out and make sure and learn. In my situation that I'm intersex, I mean, that was a weird face that I just made. No. Anyways, I was just figuring I would do an update, get everything locked and things like that, and just do a small update, anything like that. If you, let me think. If you want me to like post anything else or do any type of videos that you would like, of course, I'm always happy to do those and everything like that. Right now, pretty much I'm just working on figuring out how I'm going to take the next step. Of course, my name's changed, everything along those lines, everything's done, everything's figured out to the point where it's actually settled. The only thing I got to figure out now is pretty much saving up for that day that I finally get the surgery, making sure that everything's going to be done correctly, um, making sure I have a simple job that I can actually keep a hold of once I get the surgery, because of course after you get it, it's going to take it's good it's a good long while of recovery for that surgery, so there's nothing you can really do about that circumstance. Hair keeps on getting in my way, and there, but yeah, pretty much I'm just working to get forward. and to make sure that everything's going to be like okay once I get there. Because I know I gotta think the full price for the one that I'm gonna get is gonna cost me anywhere from $6,000 to $10,000 with insurance. And thanks to me being me, insurance is expensive, so I gotta figure out how to play that game. Being that for somebody like me, it's around $175 a month to have health insurance, which is, by the way, just ridiculous. That's a lot of money to go into health insurance. And I mean, most of the time I just pay out of pocket. I don't even, all my doctor's visits and everything that I do all the time, like, I have my once a month doctor's visit, and then my once every 3 month blood test visits. And then I have my therapist visits for the letter and things like that. See, most people are like, oh, trans people always like mooch off of somebody or something like that. It's like, no. No, I don't. I work 60 plus hours a week and spend every last dime I have into my transition. And some here and there on like clothes and food and things like that, of course. But 90% of my income goes into my transition. Everything else is just like, I'll deal with it later. Right now, the most important thing is to get done with this process because I want to move on with my life. I'm tired of being stuck in the same place. I've been stuck here since I was 10 years old and I haven't been able to get out of it. I'm ready to be done with it. Yeah. But either way I look at it, pretty much I'm hitting the final stages of my whole entire thing. I'm past a year on hormones. Obviously, these can tell you the thing. I mean, obviously, I'm a year on hormones. I mean, I wish the everything would have been a lot more like easier. I'm not gonna say that year of transition was an easy task. It definitely wasn't. A lot of like mishaps, a lot of drama, mood swings and crazy. And once they put me on that progesterone, I mean, all those things. It was just like, wow. When I realized it was 1 year over, I was just like, oh, that was a journey. And now I still have another full year of transitioning before I reach that point where they consider most of the transition actually pretty much done, I guess, right? You say that it's like 32 to 48 months of like transitioning, if I'm not mistaken, to reach the full like end point of the transition. I mean, I'm not saying that's actually the end of the transition. Of course, you're going to be on hormones for the rest of your life and things like that. But I mean, that's where the majority of the actual process is pretty much finalized and reached its actual like fullest potential and things like that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, a lot of things have changed. It feels really nice to be in this situation. But pretty much yeah, no, getting my gender marker changed, my name's changed, everything's changed. The birth certificate will be changed thanks to becoming a lab rat for I don't remember, I think it was like 4 or 5 months. A whole bunch of tests and everything like that because I was born intersex, and they know this because of the simple fact that they did an x-ray on my abdomen, and I originally thought that something was going wrong inside my stomach, and this was when I was like 16 years old, and I thought I was going to die or something like that, so I was freaking out. And that's when we first found out that I was intersex. I didn't really take any steps into going any further into it until now, and it was pretty much 26 now, and pretty much after going through a whole bunch of tests, there was needles involved, and there was a lot of other stuff. They finally were able to legally conclude that I was born intersex. Of course, if you know anything about people who are born intersex, some of them actually don't find out until later on in their life, just like me, because doctors don't check for intersex, especially people who are more along my lines where I have internal organs instead of external things. So there's not much I could actually do about that. There's not much they could do about it. It's just something that happens. And here I am now. But either way I look at it, everything's going great. Everything's grand. I do appreciate it if you watch this video. I mean, if you're keeping up with me, I did notice that my last video did get about 260 views before this video. I mean, it's not that bad. I mean, I'm glad that there are other people in the world who are actually interested in just watching, I mean, my daily blog. It's nothing special. I'm not somebody who's like outgoing or anything like that or anything along those lines. I mean, I'm just doing my, I'm just trying to keep up with a little tiny, like, almost like diary, just trying to keep up with all the processes and all the things that I go through and everything like that, and just so I can go back and look at them at a later date, because I do that. And a lot of these videos that I posted at times that I feel so bad or something like that, I'll go back and I'll watch these videos and I'll be like, I can't believe that's where I was at then. I'm so much better off now. I feel so much better. I'm so much happier. To when I mean, I don't know if any of you who are watching this video right now have watched some of my first videos, but that was horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. It was some of the worst times of my life. That's when I was dealing with the worst parts of depression that I've ever gone through in my life, and I'm glad that I survived, because those first videos that's a year ago, from pretty much a little more than a year ago from now. So obviously those videos are me from a long time ago. But anyways, I know my videos are long and sometimes people don't make it to the end. I do get this. I don't blame you. Like I said, I'm not doing this for views or anything like that. I'm just doing it to keep a little tiny journal of what's actually going on, a little video vlog. And I figured if other people want to watch, go ahead and watch. Either way you look at it, I'm talking to myself right now, and whoever out there is actually wanting to listen to me. I know I'm just a blabbermouth and I never stop. Been told that many times. But either way you look at it, I do appreciate you watching. I do appreciate any feedback you want to give, anything like that. If you're ever interested, I mean, just ask. I'm more than happy to see what I can do in making another video, maybe something to follow up on another one. But either way you go, legally signing off, Stacey Salmons, and I hope you have a really, really lovely day as well, and a lovely week or lovely night or lovely morning, whatever it is at this time that you're watching this video. Bye.